We're here to present a letter to Michael Olmsted, the the special representative to the UN Liaison Office for Interpol. Interpol is the International Criminal Police Organization, and this message to Interpol is regarding the attacks on democracy and human rights in Egypt. We are here as Egyptians Abroad for Democracy and the Partnership Coalition of Human Rights Organizations. We are requesting an immediate international investigation into the crumbling civil society and democratic rights, the freedom of speech and the freedom of press under Egypt's military regime led by General Abdel Fattah el-Sisi.
Mrs. Sara, please, you think the Interpol going to accept this request as in serious way?
There are delegations internationally in other countries and in other cities, and there are many human rights activists who are signing, urging Interpol, the United Nations, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the European Union to immediately investigate the human rights violations against the Egyptian people, and to look at the numerous reports about the worsening human rights situation in Egypt that have been documented by the United Nations, by Human Rights Watch, and by Amnesty International, and many other international organizations.
Can you tell us, please, which organization signed for this letter? Which human rights agent signed for this one, please?
Yes.
Is local or international, please?
It's an honor to be part of the signers. I'm one of the signers from International Action Center, but Mohammed Ahed Ismail, who is the coordinator of Egyptians Abroad for Democracy, and Maisa Abdelatif,
yes.
Abdelatif, thank you, of the Collective of Women for the Rights for Human Rights. Also Ramsey Clark, former U.S. Attorney General, Dr. Samia Harris, the founder of Democracy for Egypt, Kahit Oktay, who is the president of Tamja, Mustafa El-Desoke, who is the coordinator of Joba. Also Medea Benjamin, who is the co-founder of Code Pink, Missy Critchfield, who is the co-founder of Gandhi's B Magazine and the Gandhi Global Center for Peace, and Melissa Turner, co-founder of the Gandhi B Magazine. And quite a number of other human rights advocates are here to call for this inquiry, this investigation, and also to raise that Interpol has been using testimony from the military government in order to create the arrest of Egyptians living abroad. And this, if they are returned to Egypt, it is to prison and to the possible death sentence. So this is a very important human rights issue.
Okay. So you give us any advice that we have to do it more to stop this, like the Interpol stopping many Egyptian people having involved in a case, like political activities people in Egypt. Can you give us some advice, please? We can do it in future also. Help us to stop this.
This is an important effort today because it brings international attention to the role that Interpol is playing based on pressure from the Sisi dictatorship. This is a military government that is trying to silence the voice of Egyptians abroad who are calling for democracy. And we urge an international outcry of other human rights organizations on this, and we call again for a full investigation on the cuts on human rights, on democratic expression in Egypt today, and the use of imprisonment and the death penalty against Egyptians within Egypt who are really there in support of democracy and the first ever fully elected government in Egypt, which was overthrown by a coup by General Sisi.
Okay, is anybody want to ask any question more? Please, can
Nate Peters.
please also Nat, you tell us about your opinion about this movement to do the action we did today. How it's going to affect it? What you expect it to do?
My name is Nate Peters from the International Action Center. And our hope here today is to bring international attention to the plight of Egyptian democracy, human rights advocates around the world who are facing trumped-up charges from the Egyptian government, false charges that are used to justify extradition through Interpol to Egypt, where these activists can face imprisonment and even the death sentence. So we're here today to bring international attention to this matter and to submit this letter requesting that Interpol cease deportations and extraditions to Egypt on the basis of false charges from evidence concocted by the current government in Egypt.
This is okay. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you for your support. You like to add anything, guys, more?
We would like to thank the work of Egyptians abroad for democracy and all of the Egyptian people who courageously continue to speak for democracy, for human rights, and to defend the people in Egypt who face such dire repression and imprisonment today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.